Topophilia means a deep human love and attachment to a specific place, far beyond merely enjoying a beautiful view. This feeling is an emotional, sensory, and mental bond between an individual and their environment. We examine topophilia through several scientific layers. Layer 1. Topophilia is a positive emotional bond that forms between your mind and a particular geographic location. This bond is so strong that it transforms that place from a mere location into a part of your identity. For example, when you say grandmother's house, it's not just an address, it's a collection of smells, lights, sounds, and a sense of safety that unconsciously calms your heartbeat. Layer 2. From the perspective of phenomenological philosophy, topophilia is the body's pre-reflective perception of space, meaning that before your brain analyzes that this is a safe place, your body has already lived that space. This perception gives rise to procedural memory, for example, without thinking, you know which step to take or where the shade falls on the street. This perception gives rise to procedural memory, for example, without thinking, you know which step to take or where the shade falls on the street. Layer 3. Neural basis. When you are in your beloved place, the limbic system is activated. The hippocampus draws a spatial map, and the amygdala attaches feelings of pleasure or calm to that map. In this way, the place becomes an emotional marker in the brain. Evolutionary roots. Our ancestors needed to remember safe places with good feelings and dangerous places with bad feelings for survival. Topophilia is essentially an evolved version of that same survival mechanism, but today, instead of caves, we become attached to our homes, neighborhoods, or even our favorite cafe. Layer 4. Topophilia takes on distinct colors in each culture. In Americans, seeing the Grand Canyon or the redwood forests evokes awe and humility before nature. In Europe, topophilia is deeply intertwined with historical layers. Every cobblestone, church, or square tells stories of centuries of war, art, and religion. In Japanese culture, it is tied to impermanence. Scientific practical summary. Topophilia is essentially the result of the interaction of three factors. 1. Physical features of the place. 2. The individual's lived experience. 3. Cultural context. When these three align, the place becomes your spiritual home. Otherwise, it remains merely a dot on the map. Best applications of topophilia across 6 fields, each in one sentence. 1. Architecture increases user retention in a space and property value by using more materials and emotionally conscious lighting. 2. Psychotherapy reduces anxiety and depression in the elderly and immigrants by designing nostalgic memory-evoking corners. 3. Tourism turns visitors into loyal travelers through sensory experiences rather than dry advertising. 4. Urban planning reduces vandalism and destruction by up to 70% through community participation in tree planting and local festivals. 5. Education increases learning outcomes in subjects like history by up to 25% through experiential teaching in authentic locations. 6. Environment boosts public participation in forest and wetland conservation by up to 80% through narrating ancestral stories about the place.